Hello, everyone. I have someone very, very special today. I'm quite excited about meeting her. I mean, it's no big secret. A lot of celebrities visit Spark. But here is this very special person, a celebrity that I think you all will be excited like me. So I'm going to introduce Miss Vani, ma'am. And ma'am, could you please tell us exactly who you are? Because we know so many of your facets. We'd like to know exactly who you are, and that will make our connection with our people as well.
Thank you, Sujata, and thank you so much for meeting me. So I'm a big fan of your institute, Spark. I've been on this program for a long time, and yeah, who am I? I am many things. I've been a homemaker, a wife, mother, but what I am today is makes me the happiest because I'm looking at how we can create awareness on what people can do to make our environment much more healthier so that we stay healthy and the entire ecosystem stays healthy. So I'm a part of a group called Solid Waste Management Roundtable, and I have uh, kind of my journey has been about being very mindful of the lifestyle that I have. Where can I, minimize? Where can I not generate things that the earth can't digest? And and composting has been my biggest go-to to feel good about contributing to a better environment. It's a daily action I take. After I started composting, I started growing my own food. So the relation to food, the kind of food that I put into my body, has become very important, and the choices that I make around food has been an amazing journey by itself. Yeah, we are constantly looking at amplifying the work that we do in Bangalore. So Solid Waste Management Roundtable is in Bangalore, and we are a group of citizens. So I think any citizen-driven initiatives, I think, reach a long way. And so happy to see many people jumping onto the bandwagon and want to live a lifestyle that is healthy and that is kind of minimalist and very conscious effort to be that way.
And that's a very passionate topic, ma'am, even for me.
Mm.
And that's why, I was very particular that I'm going to meet her, ma'am, and I'm going to ask her how her experience was with Spark and, getting
Yeah,
to know what your idea is about exercise. Like we all believe
right.
how the environment has to be clean of
Yeah,
toxicities and things around. I mean, even internally, we collect a lot of
yeah,
toxins,
yeah.
and exercise is one way of getting the toxins out of your system.
Yes, yes.
So we believe in exercise being that medicine that could cure and bring in health and
Right.
fitness and all that. So
Right.
how was your experience with Spark?
Well, I must say I'm so glad that it has become a part of my daily life. Because for me, last year has been all about losing weight. I lost kind of 10 kgs last year, and I was doing everything other than keeping my muscles strong to support that activity of losing weight. So I started climbing three stairs up, without stretching, without building my muscle strength, and I ended up with a very bad knee. I was going for walks, long walks, without doing any muscle strengthening exercises, and I realized that my old knee injury uh, came back really bad. And then that's when I got in touch with Spark, and I have been on a recovery. I have slowed down. It's like I started realizing how important it is to strengthen the muscles that support your joints, and that's the journey that I am on, trying to get myself fitter. And as you said, yes, every time we work our muscles, we are pushing in oxygen, getting it to breathe and remove the toxins. And yes, it has been something that I am so glad, because it has helped me to cut down on my activities so that I can heal and I can strengthen, so that it supports my activities once again, once I'm back on the ground. So it's taught me to, kind of take it easy, patience, learn patience. No, don't go up running up and down that I used to do, pick up pots, do all my, bending wrong ways. So at Spark is where I'm getting a lot of information on how to sit, how to stand, how to engage your core. So I think we women, at least in my age, I'm 62, we haven't really looked at what is it that will support your old age, right?
True.
What kind of body that we need that would support as we age. And I'm glad that is what I am learning now. This is something that's for myself, and I'm glad that I got in touch with people like you to make my old age much more active and pain free.
Well, you're going to turn younger. That's what's going to happen when you're exercising regularly. So, how is your exercise? I mean, like every day you exercise. We know
Yeah.
you're connected online with us,
Yeah.
and you've been regularly exercising.
Yeah.
Can you connect your activities, like whatever the activities that you've been doing, and how functionally fit you've become
Yeah.
through the exercises that you've been doing?
Right,
Can
right.
you see a correlation, and has that improved your activities?
Yeah, the thing is, when I was in a lot of pain and I had a knee injury that recurred, and I think my right was overcompensating. So I have been like putting a lot of load on one side. So I used to get the sciatica pain, the knee pain. So it was like, which is the first one to. So they actually healed with good exercises. I got my knee. I don't have knee problem now, but this is still ongoing. So for me, they are also, the thing is about Spark is I do a lot of online. Every day I am online with them, and the therapists are monitoring me, and they are constantly giving me all the tips to not just exercise, but how to be functional during the day, how I stand. So they want to know how I cook, how do I wash the vessels, how do I cut my vegetables, what are the things that I do in the kitchen, what are my basic activities. If I go upstairs in my garden, what are the activities I do? Do I bend? So they want to know everything so that they can help me in these activities. And that's something that I'm very excited about, because yes, that's what I want. I want to make sure that when I do my kitchen work, that I don't end up with pain and I have to rest, for a long time to recover from the pain. So it's like that's the slow progress that I'm already on, and I'm glad, because that's what is going to hold my all my activities in the right way, so I can continue doing all the things that I want to do. Travel, because I had cut down travel, so I can now start traveling, because I couldn't sit for long. Now I'm able to sit for a long time. They tell you how to sit and what kind of seat, what kind of support you need. So it's something that new that I'm learning, and I'm really fascinated by it, because I know it's going to help
Thanks
me.
for understanding us so much, because a lot of people mistake us because we're prying into your personal activities, like where are you going, how long are you traveling, what car are you using, when you sit in a car
Yeah.
for a longer period of, are you driving, or probably are you sitting in the front seat or the back seat?
Yeah.
Everything makes a difference.
Yeah.
And even with your activity, when you're saying what are you cutting, what vegetable, to an
Yeah.
extent of whether you're cutting banana or raw banana,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of difference. So how sharp is your knife?
Yeah.
So even the kitchen
Yes,
ergonomic.
height of the
Yeah.
platform, tap, how much are you bending?
You know,
Even that
a lot
slide.
of people don't have the patience with us. They're like, why are you asking me these questions? These are my personal preferences.
Yeah,
Why are you
including
asking
my
me?
footwear. In my shoe, they wanted to know, they wanted to see the behind my shoe.
Yeah.
So where is the, wear and tear? That means you have a slight shift. To that details, they are, I'm really happy, because another thing is that, not just the kitchen work, even when I travel, all the tips that I get, and yeah, I mean, it is so important for us to remember and hold that,
True.
that's what
Most
most
of
of us
it could
forget.
be something very small, like what you say, carry a bottle
Yeah.
in hand, I mean, and the other day I saw one of your videos where you're saying a straw and
Yeah.
a steel straw and things like that. So I like a pack that you can always keep it.
Yeah.
And simple things, but then somebody needs to be prying into the details of what you're doing
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day. And, we need to collect those information.
Yeah.
And by the time people lose it with us, and like, why are you asking me so many questions? But that makes a lot of difference.
In fact, I've taken you all to my bedroom, because I showed them the bed in which I sleep.
Sorry
They said
about
that bed doesn't suit you. So I actually moved my bed. I moved to another room to sleep, and it dramatically changed how my back was, because it was not supporting my back during the night.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of tips that I get, and the
Yeah, we'd like to sometime
yeah.
know how long the mattress has been used.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
like it's been 10 years, they wouldn't have. It's a good mattress. Why
Yeah,
would we change?
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
the kind of information.
Yeah.
But that would have, like your shoes. It's
Yeah.
not its capacity to
Yeah.
bear your weight.
Right.
It's a similar thing with the mattress as well. It would have
Right.
lost its capacity to take on
Right.
further. So we did all those details.
Yeah.
But thanks for understanding us so much.
Yeah.
But was there any situation that you felt similar to like whatever I was saying? Why are they asking me these questions? Do you ever, because it's a holistic approach that we are trying to look at. So sometimes, did you ever feel about one question? Why are they asking me this question?
Well, I would not hesitate 1 minute. Why they're asking? Because every time I went to a doctor, okay, this is not to bring down doctors or orthopedics. Every time I went with a pain, they would say nothing is wrong with you.
Correct.
And I was saying the muscle is so tight upstairs. I mean, on my thigh and my calf. I feel I will buckle. There's nothing wrong. They do X-ray. They say your knee is perfectly fine. Nothing is wrong. None of them have actually investigated why my muscle was getting tight. I didn't have knee pain at that time when I went to the doctor. So it's like for me, the kind of intervention that you do, the kind of details of trying to know what my posture is, where where the pain is coming. That's amazing because you want to heal me. It's not about that you're running an institute and you want patients. No, it is that every patient that comes to you needs to get back to normal activities is your goal. And that is something I completely subscribe with because that's ultimately what I want. So you are giving me what I want. And that's the best part. So I will never ever question why they're asking me so much because I want you to ask me more questions.
Right.
So I would ask the therapist, do you want to see how my bed is? Because when I sit down, my hip area, it sinks in. Then she said, yes, please, let me see. So she saw and she said, yeah, why don't you sleep for 1 week in another bed and see if you don't get that night cramps? And that's what exactly happened. I didn't get my night cramps when I moved the bed. So I think there are so many things that we miss out. Small things which make the biggest difference to you. So I think you all look at that. Your focus is on a whole body
So there was never an
activity
unpleasant question or anything.
Absolutely not.
We try and also link stress and emotions with the muscles.
Yeah.
Muscles are tight and we work, all emotions are stored in the
Yeah,
muscles.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you're tensed, you're worked up, or you're angry at someone. Or you suppress your anger.
Mm.
And all of it, you're like, oh, you hold
Yeah.
it there. So we always ask those questions and, how is your stress level? And how is your, emotionally, how are you today?
Yeah,
Are you on a low day or a high day? Because all of us go through these things these days. So
Absolutely.
these questions also come. So I was a little wanting to know about your feedback on that.
Yeah, because I think that's extremely important that, because I also believe that there are some stresses that we know, some stresses we don't even know. We're not even aware that our muscle is taking that kind of stress and holding tight, which is again putting so much pressure on your joints because the muscle is really, in a tight position. So I've started learning to relax because I don't know what the stress that I'm not aware of. I don't know that. So I think when I slowed down and I could say no to events, no to travel, all these are to say that I don't have to feel stressed. I can say no because this is my time to recover. This is my time to get well so that I can do all those.
Right.
So I put them all on a hold for almost 2 months so that I can give full concentration on, doing simple activities, and taking my time off, taking enough rest, giving that muscle that rest. Yeah, I think that my sleep has got better. I'm not, turning, and sweating at nights. I think there's a
Yeah,
huge
so we look
benefit.
at your hydration, your
Yeah.
sleep duration,
Yes,
and
exactly.
everything, all 360 degrees.
Exactly.
Of check on
It's a
what
very
you-
holistic approach to get better. I think
Rest
it's all
and
in our
recovery.
hands now.
Yeah, rest and recovery, like you said.
Yeah.
Because some people think that, I can do all types of activities, functional activities
Yeah.
the whole day. Like I can cook, clean, it's just gardening work, nothing
Right,
much. I'm not lifting weights.
Yeah.
That's what people think. But it's like, even if you're going to lift a paper and hold for a longer period of time, your arms are going to be having
Yeah.
a different effect.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just lifting a paper.
Right.
So the repetitive effort or repetitive action that puts through a pressure causes a lot of muscular ache and things like that. I would like to know one takeaway information that we could share with our viewers. What is the best thing? One single thing is exercise. Is one benefit.